What up? Good morning. I'm Greg. Welcome to Genius Living. I'm one half of ACA Construction, and we're doing apartment turns right now. So we do a little bit of everything. When we first came in here last week, this apartment made the whole building stink.
Really?
Yeah.
What was the smell?
Trash, and they had a dog in here at one point. It was just filthy. So we did all this and Steph, we did this what, 7 days? This unit, we turned in what, well, you wasn't here in the beginning. We turned in about 7 days.
No, actually like 4, really.
Yeah.
Like 4.
Wow.
I was on the third day, that's when I came over here. It was only been
Oh,
2
yeah.
days after that.
You say you put a door somewhere.
That back door.
Okay, the bedroom.
Yeah, they replaced it.
So, okay, so what's wrong with this one?
This was definitely bad. This the one we got all the shit on it.
Yeah. Look at like this, bro.
That shit crazy. you cardboard. That's what that was on there.
Oh, for real?
Cardboard paper, literally. That's what that was.
Stop being here, bro.
I seen her a month ago. She did.
Probably ain't sleep before she mopped. Good.
Mm-hmm. Good call, man. It was close, close.
It's close enough.
That joke wasn't working at first. I said, Lord.
What, the color?
Yeah, what? Because he said it was too dark and too shiny.
Who said that?
The lady that was trying to do it, the machine wasn't taking it.
Uh,
So what I did was, because I see the light glaring at it from their light, I just stood in front of it. I was like, do it now. And the motherfucker did it. It was making me shine too much.
I was watching you because I wasn't even gonna say nothing. I was gonna get the screwdriver and just fix it myself.
I'm doing all them like
I mean, but
The guy-
you'll see.
they came
You'll,
in
you'll see the difference.
Yeah, no, it does make a difference.
So why you was arguing back when I was telling you?
I mean, cause it's other stuff that need lotion, bro. I'm like, you were about
Nah,
to screws,
but
that
see,
door
you want to
terrible.
go back to it, just do it right, so we ain't got to think about it again.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
all I'm saying.
That's true.
All right.
Yeah.
When you're done, you gotta go to Home Depot and get that stuff because we got it. Get the counter and all that stuff done. And it's a kit. I'm sure I sent it to you. I know I sent it to Dre. I don't know if I sent it to you. I'm gonna find it and send it to you. Because it wasn't 15, bro. Don't do that. It was a whole 30 minutes.
Are you saving on that cost now?
Yeah, because my guy got to do that now.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we about to save on that cost. Right, Steph?
I'm trying to save it for the last 3 days. Cause Ben did these damn panels on. What did them? Alright, just go on.
Hey, give me up in there.
It ain't catching me.
I got it.
It ain't catching me. Sweating that move the switch over a little bit. That's why it ain't catching me.
Yeah, I did that. I loosened everything up and it still ain't catching.
The switch?
Yeah.
The decor on the electrical devices. So we took out the faceplate. So we ain't taking no devices out because we know everybody got to work and everyone.
Yeah, and I mean, we can paint over no problem because we're going to replace it anyway.
Right.
Yeah. But I mean, all of that makes paint easy. Ain't no cutting around, none of that. We just rolling.
We I'm about to contact Rondell now, see
Okay.
if he available to come through. I gotta get some material for some other projects.
Okay, all right, there. Call me if you need me, all right?
All right.
You do it too.
Tell them where we at.
Okay.
What's your role in this project and who's the client for this?
We're at the Pinnacles apartment complex in Northeast DC Benton Road. The client is the Pinnacles, Michelle, they own the building,
Okay.
and we're doing apartment turnovers for them. We
Okay.
have, I wanna say 8 units that we're doing for them now.
Yes, sir.
And basically, tenant moves out, we gotta come in and fix it all up,
Okay, what was the?
make it livable. I think we did walk here. I think this might have been the one that had bed bugs. It don't no more though.
Oh, all right, yeah. I'm laying up on nothing.
Yeah, we ain't doing none of that.
It's very hot. They don't have the air conditioning here.
Right. Well, I'm not turning the air on. You don't even worry about that. So we have to patch and fix all the walls,
Yes, sir.
remove all the carpets,
Mm-hmm.
and paint. Like once we patch, we're gonna paint the entire unit, top to bottom, ceilings, everything. Replace the vents.
Do you
Basically,
foresee?
make it brand new again.
Okay. Do you foresee any obstacles right now within this project?
I don't ever see obstacles. I ain't gonna hold you.
Okay.
I was talking about that with my brother Jabri this morning.
Mhm.
Like, I really don't ever be seeing obstacles. Like, a problem ain't really a problem for me. It's just something that needs a solution.
Mm-hmm.
So I would
Got it. So you're removing the backsplash,
yeah, all the backsplash we're gonna remove.
and what are you replacing it with?
Nothing, we're just gonna paint it. Actually, if it's not in bad shape, we may just clean this piece and leave it. But all this we're gonna take off, all the wallpaper, and we're gonna paint the entire unit a flat white. The floors aren't in bad shape, so we're just gonna clean them, replace the appliances, clean the cabinets, and I'm probably gonna paint all the cabinets gray.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna end up painting all the cabinets gray.
To match the floor tile.
Yeah, I mean, just give it a modern look. And then we're going to either glaze or replace these countertops.
Yeah.
Depends, if they're in really bad shape, we're gonna just replace them all. But if they're not, we'll glaze them.
Okay. When was this contract acquired? And what's the deadline you have in mind for this project?
The
That's
contract itself was acquired, we started over here about 9 days ago. We
Okay.
started with 2 apartments and now we have, I wanna say 7 or 8. I need to recount.
Do you have a deadline in mind? When you
So
want this
we
project
try
be
to
done?
turn them in 7 days. They give us 2 weeks. But
Okay.
I know the faster we can turn it, the faster they can get tenants back in here making money. So if we're helping them to make money, they're gonna help us by making money by giving us more projects to do.
Yeah.
And if I'm being honest, we trying to shortstop everyone that was over here prior to us and who's here now by giving them the best quality product they can get in a fast turnaround time.
Gotcha.
So, I ain't really trying to get nobody's way, but if you ain't working hard enough or fast enough, we gonna get it done.
Understood.
Yeah, so it's a 2-bedroom apartment. So now the guys need to come in and demo all the carpet. And then
So
we're gonna
question.
start patching the walls and prepping, all the vent covers gotta come down.
With your staff, why did you choose this staff, and why are you so hands-on with this project, and why not just kind of walk away once you got the contract? Is there a reason for that?
Yeah, keeping a clean face. Like you have to, your business has to have a good name, and if you're not playing a part, your employees gonna do anything because it ain't their business.
Yeah.
So, and I mean, I'm hands-on, but not really. Like I'm here to make sure, I need to take inventory as to what we need to buy, what needs to be done, because we're spending the money. And if they're spending the money, they just go buy anything, you know what I'm saying? And they may buy the most expensive things, it will cost us money. So, that's why I'm hands-on, because it's our business. So when someone talk about me, it's always gotta be in a good light. Same thing with our business. Me and my business partner, Dre, we're always floating from job to job to make sure things are being done instead of just sitting around,
Gotcha.
because it's not really hard work.
Gotcha.
Just gotta be able to manage. My guys, trial and error, picked them from trial and error. But I mean, I have a really good set of guys, and they do good work. And we pay them well, and they do good work. So yeah,
Understood.
look at this nigga wasting time. Look at him.
As you were just praising them, for doing great work.
Yeah, he a good nigga, but smoke a cigarette.
You don't get no free lunch today.
Nah, that ain't happening. That's not gonna happen. He already messed up early, and ain't even gonna blow his spot up. Yeah. He killed his free lunch from 8 o'clock this morning. That's been a dead issue.
So how are these jobs like this? How are these jobs contracted? Like, or do you have to bid for projects like this?
Yes. So you send your bid into the property managers, and if your numbers make sense, they'll rock with you. For us, we're new over here, so we've been doing things a little different. I mean, we're bidding properly like everyone else, but we're going above and beyond on the work because it's, I mean, that's just kind of who we are. And they've been loving it. So the more they see our work, the more they're giving us work, which is good for us and for our guys.
Yeah.
But yeah.
So how do you plan on leaving the project better than you started?
That's a great question. I'm not really sure how to answer that. I mean, okay, example. For most of the contractors, they're doing the brown or this dirty color carpet,
Yes, sir.
which the reason for it is one, it's cheaper, and two, I'm telling you, it has the dirt. But if we put a better color carpet in here, like a dark gray, which is more modern, it makes the place look lighter and brighter and bigger.
Yeah.
But it also will hide the dirt. So like, we're looking at things like that and doing it because it looks better. Like instead of painting the cabinets black or something to hide the imperfections, we're painting it gray to give it a modern look. Put a lighter color countertop on it. The space looks bigger, it looks airier. People move in, they're happy to be here.
Gotcha.
So, yeah.
Okay. And you source all of your supplies from what, Home Depot?
Yeah, Home Depot. I have smaller vendors that I use just from being in the real estate space of buying a hold and flipping properties. So yeah, so between Home Depot and a few other smaller vendors, we'll buy like our floors we get from Buffalo Plus.
Okay.
All our flooring.
Have you noticed any hazards within this project, and why would they be considered hazards? Or how do you go about locating hazards within a project like a turnover?
Turnovers don't really have hazards because the building, the structure of the building itself is strong. The only hazards you'll see is like bed bugs, roaches, stuff like that. But I mean, we treat for it and just keep moving.
Okay. And how do you treat bed bugs?
I don't know. We call, so they call the exterminator.
Oh, so you're not doing it personally?
No,
Okay.
Nah, they have someone that treats for it.
Okay.
We focus strictly on construction. You need a new door, we doing that. You need the entire apartment turned, we doing that. You need electrical,
Gotcha.
plumbing, we doing all of that.
Okay. All right. So how many more units is in this building?
We have this unit, the one downstairs we just left. That's at I-14. This is I-22. We have I-32 and 33. So the apartment above us and the one right next to it.
Gotcha.
And then we have a few in the other building that we're working on.
Wow.
And we still have 26 doors to change between this property.
And you say
and
your
the one across
goal,
the street.
your goal is to do 26 properties in 7 days?
No. The goal is to, in the next 9 days, we want to try to knock out all 3 of these units.
Demolition or demolition and turnover?
Like complete turn.
Wow.
In 9 days, we'll see if we can get all of them done. Because you put 2 to 3 guys in each unit and have all the material they need, and our systems, I mean, they can do it.
Okay. So is there any part of this job that you can't do?
I really don't do the manual labor part. I mean, I know it,
Yeah.
but I don't do it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I can't lay carpet. I don't know how to lay carpet at all.
Okay.
But like the paint, to replace the door, I mean, I can do it. I just don't.
Okay. So would you discourage or encourage anyone to get into this business if they don't have the skills?
Yeah. Because
Yeah, encourage or yeah, discourage?
I would encourage them. Because
Okay.
it's not about the skills, really. It's
Okay.
more so about the mindset of being able to manage people.
Mm-hmm.
So you want to know what they're doing. So they're doing the right thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can know, like if you don't know what somebody's doing and they're in here just working, like, example, painting cabinets. They're painting the cabinets, but if you don't know, like they're not paying attention to watching them, they'll mess around and paint the cabinet door
Yeah.
and don't paint it here.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, little, I mean, like, that's small compared, but like, you kind of have to have an idea as to what they're doing and how they're supposed to be doing it,
Gotcha.
so that you make sure they're doing the right thing. You don't necessarily ever really have to swing a hammer or even know how to swing a hammer.
Okay.
Yeah. For me, in this situation, it was pretty simple.
Okay.
It was really just a conversation with my homeboy, my business
Okay.
partner Dre.
Yeah.
He had his contracting license already, and he mostly focused on electrical jobs because he's a master electrician.
Gotcha.
And he was telling me like we can get these other jobs, but he doesn't have the workforce. But I got the workforce, and I was really familiar with construction. Like I know construction inside and out. So I was like, man, let's do it. And it just started from a conversation. He already had the company set up. He made me a partner, and we just started booking jobs and putting the guys to work.
Yeah. My next question would be, how do you all maintain the trust between you and Dre? What's the communication like that ensures, it's a seamless work life?
We're always on the phone. Like my wife is always asking if Dre wife ain't mad that he always on the phone, and I'm sure his wife asked him the same thing because we always like on the phone.
Yeah.
Like last night was on the phone till like 11:30, just planning out the next few months and the next couple of weeks of work and who we should bring in and what we should do next and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And then we have a text thread, so we're always texting as well. Outside of that, a lot of the trust come from we're both in our younger years. We were both like knee deep in the streets, and it's a code that we live by, and we still live by. Like we're men of honor, respect, and our word means something.
Yes, sir.
So I tell you, what I'm saying, he said something to me, and or I said something to him. We understand that that's just what it is. Like we ain't really got to shake on it. We ain't really got to write it up.
Yeah.
Even though in business we do have our contracts, but if I say I'm gonna do something, I'm gonna do it.
Word is
I
bond.
can't do it unless you know I can do it. And I'm gonna go flaking on his part of mine.
Yeah. You spoke of your wife and his wife. Do you think it makes it easier now in entrepreneurship, being married or being outside?
I find balance in being married, like having someone I can depend on.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, this was a long time girlfriend. Like, I find balance in that. Like, if I need help, I know I got somebody to help me.
Yeah.
I mean, like, if I'm outside, I don't know what he's going on. Don't even know what I'm on, and I'm not letting him in my business.
Yeah.
Like, we have a business account for another business that I'm on, but I don't have access to.
Yeah.
Not because I can't. I be having so much going on. So, if I need to know what's in the account, I just call my wife and ask her, and she'll look it up and tell me.
Yeah.
And I don't question it because we trust each other. You know what I'm saying? Like, we a team. Everything I'm doing builds her up. Everything she does builds me up. So,
Okay.
yeah.
And how do you communicate to your wife to keep her, in that space of comfort and trusting you that, you're going for a long time, but I know what you're doing is bringing back to the family. Like, how do y'all get through those different hurdles of frustrations at times?
I don't really have those hurdles now you think about it.
Okay.
We don't have them problems.
Yeah.
Thank God for that, but we don't have them problems. Like,
Amen.
it's not a trust issue. There's not nothing.
Yeah.
Like,
I'm just giving advice to someone else who may be, young or up and coming in business, and they don't have the work-life balance down to a T.
Well, okay. Well, first, good character, I guess.
Okay.
We'll start there. But communication. Like, communication is super important.
Yes, sir.
She has to understand what you're doing.
Yeah.
And I mean, she knows the whys, but she kind of got to understand what you're doing. And you got to let her know, hey, X, Y, Z. And she would know who you are as a man, that when you say something, you're doing it, you know what I'm saying? Or whatever the case may be. Like, if I got to go to New York tomorrow, I'm like, yo, I'm going to New York. I got some business to handle.
Yeah.
That's pretty much it. And it's not because, I'm like the man. I do the right things, you know what I'm saying? Like, you can trust that what I'm telling you is what it is, you know what I mean?
So history.
Yeah.
Consistency.
Right.
Being the same character day to day. Having a good character.
And a good character. And a lot of that too is, I believe, like, you can't say you're a stand-up dude in the street and I'm just going back to the street because that's where I came from years ago.
That's your school.
Right. Like, yeah, exactly. You can't be like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you can't say you're a stand-up dude and your face card's clean but then you're a scumbag to your wife.
To your wife, okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like you got to be a stand-up person all around.
Yeah.
Point blank period.
Gotcha.
And I mean, I fail sometimes, but as long as you're trying, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right. So my next question would be, I know your kids have homes that you supplied them when they were young and they're growing up. What part of this business will they take over, or do you see them in the future joining you on the construction ventures?
I hope so. Like, they tell me they want to be like me. They want to do what I do, build houses and all that type of stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, I hope so, but I ain't gonna push them into it.
Yeah.
I teach it to them though, so that they can run it, because a lot of this stuff can run itself as long as you have the right systems.
Yeah.
And when like when I passed on, I would hope that like they wouldn't just sell it all off.
Yeah.
They understood the hard work it took, and then they're gonna grow it and give it to their kids.
Okay. You said something interesting. You said you don't want to push them. What's that like, you know, guiding them with a stern hand, but still allowing them to be their own selves?
I really just correct them. You know what I'm saying? Like, if they're doing something wrong, I correct them.
Yeah.
But I don't really force them into anything. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you want to do this, do it. Like, I will force them to fight their fears. You know what I mean? If it's heights or whatever it is, like, you scared to ride a bike or do a trick or whatever it is, I'm going to tell you, bro, you can do it. Like, it's just really in your head. You know what I'm saying? But you can do it. Stuff like that. But, I mean, in business, I explain to them about money. And I've learned recently not to say, nah, like if they want something, I'm like, yeah, how do you plan on getting it?
Yeah.
Like figure out how you're gonna go about getting it.
Yeah.
Like my son wants a $70 yo-yo. I'm not buying a $70 yo-yo, but I'm not gonna tell him that it's a waste of money because it's something he wants.
Yeah.
So I'm like, all right, how do you plan on getting $70 to buy a yo-yo? And he'll think about it, but like I can do some chores. Like I can't get a job yet. I'm like, nah, you ain't old enough to get a job.
Yeah.
So, you know, like just try to help them figure their way through life.
Yeah. I heard this saying that said, nothing is unaffordable. You just don't want it bad enough.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Exactly.
So I think that's a good motto, just to teach our kids, you know, if you're willing to work for it, you can obtain it.
Right.
Yeah.
Like that?
Yes, then I do WhatsApp, firewall, and also I do Kayak.
Yeah. Okay. Are you available today?
To do some work.
Yes. Yo, get another door as well, because the one we're putting up is trash. Same size. Because the parts that are broken is now on the outside of the door. Oh no, let me get a tape measure. Let me measure it. Okay. 30. It'll be down here about 9:30. And I was still 16 minutes late.
Hey,
I like to be late, bro.
you got it down pat. You packed the lunch.
Of course.
That's
Because when I'm on the sites, right, I don't be eating till like between 1 and 3.
Yeah.
So I do the smoothie in the morning. I don't eat nothing until like 2, 3 o'clock. And if I wait that long, when I'm gonna start getting a headache, and then 2 minutes to eat anything, I'm eating junk food.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I made me a nice salad.
Man, I gotta stop doing that. I be eating too late in the day.
Mm-hmm.
I need to start
Yeah.
eating breakfast.
Yes. Where I am today.
Yeah.
Because I'm doing all this because I know how to do it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I've built the relationships to where we can get it done. Like I make a phone call and get a bunch of guys if I need to. You know what I'm saying? Like, all that came from investing in real estate and being solid and talking to people. You know what I'm saying? Asking questions. Like if I don't know, I'm just ask a question. Like and so I tell anybody anytime, there ain't really no stupid questions because you just don't know the answer. So just ask a question.
Yeah.
So, like, I met a dude, you know what I'm saying, he was like, he's turning over entire houses in 30 days, full gut renovations. I'm like, I ain't even, you know what I'm saying, in my head, I'm like, how? I wasn't even like, oh, nah, you lying, that's impossible. I'm like, bro, how you doing that? He was like, my schedule with my guys. All right, bro, I need some guys. Like, I need guys, because my guys ain't doing that.
Yeah.
So I pulled up on him, and I saw what he was doing. I knew it was real. And then he hooked me up with some of his guys. Pause. That sounded crazy. But Yeah, and I ain't look back, bro.
Yeah.
I ain't look back. Like Clever,
Yeah.
like one of the dudes I got from him, bro. Like, I ain't look back.
So it's about asking the right questions.
Always.
Hmm.
I spoke at my daughter Logan's school this week, and I feel like the information would have been going over the kids' heads.
Yeah.
So they start asking me about money, and I start answering the money questions, but also letting them know, hey, bro, that money don't come easy. You gotta work for it,
Yeah.
and you gotta use your brain. You can't be in here being a class clown and playing. Thinking this. Like, when you get older, that's gonna be lame, bro. Like, focus learning, because you gonna get money. Like, once you're smart enough to figure out how to get money, you're gonna get money.
Yeah.
I was answering so many questions, and I realized the teachers stopped raising their hands and answering questions. It's like answering questions, like you ask a question, you just won't know.
Yeah.
And then I went to the field, like she had field day yesterday. I went to the field day, and her teacher walked up, and she was like, "You did amazing." All the teachers kept talking about, like it was very informative. I'm like, "Cause y'all asking the right questions."
Yeah.
Cause it ain't like I was just rambling on. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's real. You said the quality of the carpet?
Yeah. Yo. Yeah. Can you hear me? Yeah. Yeah. So I got somebody else to come do the countertops in the bathtub. He coming at noon, so he'll be in probably an hour. He just texted me actually. Let me see what he's saying. Okay. Yeah.
Cuando termines con las puertas, puedes lijar barro y pintar esta área.
I'll be back.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll be back.
Yeah.
Okay.
Alright, great.
All right, I'm see you later. When Steph come, I'm gonna call him and tell him everything he need to do. But the plan is him and Clever finish his apartment up, and then they go
Upstairs.
next door at the A building, and close that one out as well. Like they should both should be closed out today. And then Steph got some other stuff to do. If they finish in time, have Clever go upstairs and start demoing the carpet, and start wanting to get that spot ready to start working on.
Alright.
All right, but I'll see you later. All right?
Alright. Be safe.